When you are flying 40,000 feet high in the air, you want to make sure that everything goes perfectly fine. You might feel safe up there, but that is because there are so many things you do not know. From things that could save your life to ways to save money, there are things that most passengers will never know. Wait until you hear about how many pilots fall asleep when they work. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today we are revealing 10 things airlines don't want you to know. The tiny hole on the window. If you ever went on a plane, you probably spent hours looking around you and wondering what to do on your uncomfortable seat. And if you had the chance to be sitting close to the window, you probably spent too much time thinking about why there was a tiny hole there. Is it even supposed to be there, or is the plane about to crash? To keep the pressure contained 36,000 feet above sea level, there can't be holes anywhere. So, is this scary little thing trying to end your life? Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. The tiny holes in airplane windows, called bleed holes, are actually there for your safety. There are 3 window panes, and the hole is located on the middle one. You are not in contact with the air outside of the plane. But why is it there anyway? It reduces the pressure on the middle pane, so only the outer pane takes the force of the cabin pressure. If one of the panes is broken, we'll still have 2 others to protect us. Next time you're on a plane, you'll have something interesting to say to the passenger sitting next to you. The secret life of air hostesses. These women are always smiling, but that doesn't mean they're doing the easiest job. There are so many things you don't know about being an air hostess. First, there is a reason why they look so good. Some of them are not allowed to gain weight, or they will be asked to lose it in a month. There are also strict grooming standards for their skirt, their heels, their nails, and even their lipsticks. But that doesn't mean these girls are superficial. They are really smart too. Some of them are asked 2 emergency procedure questions and 1 medical question before the flight. Air hostesses are also trained to deliver babies in midair until the emergency services arrive. They are the one you need if the plane crashes and you end up on a television show like Lost. After years living on planes and traveling around the world, air hostesses are real-life survivors. These women seem to be perfect, but don't think they are there to flirt or even make small talk. They have a lot of things to do if they want to make everyone happy. So go back to work, Britney Spears. Your influence is toxic for the whole team. But that's not a reason not to give them tips or gifts. Air hostesses love to see that you appreciate all of the things that they are doing for you. The truth about mobile electronic devices. Do you remember when the air hostess asked you to turn off your cell phone when you were preparing for takeoff? She never explained why, but most of us thought that the one who left their phone open would be the reason why the aircraft crashes. And you might be scared to go on a plane ever again if you know that 4 out of 10 US air passengers admitted that they don't always turn off their electronic devices. But why do we need to anyway? That is because it can cause interferences. The gadgets connect to the internet using radio frequencies, just like the ones the pilots need. This could affect the radar, communications, and the collision avoidance technology. Some pilots admitted that they missed a clearance or 2 because of cell phone users. So it is true that you shouldn't use mobile electronic devices after all. It is to be taken seriously. But that doesn't keep the crew from breaking this rule and using their cell phone anyway, just after telling people not to do that. And what happens when a passenger does the same thing? They could be asked to leave the plane if they refuse to cooperate, just like it happened to actor Alec Baldwin. He refused to stop playing Words with Friends and had to be kicked off before the takeoff. You better not waste your time and everyone else's life and just turn off your cell phone. Let's go 10 years back in time and learn how to live without our electronic devices. The food you eat. Anyone who has ever been on a plane agrees that the food usually looks disgusting, and you're right to think so. Most of the staff would never eat the food that they serve. The pilots don't even have the right to eat the same meal, whether they're on the plane or their day off. That's because they want to make sure that the 2 of them won't get food poisoning. And by the look of it, they just shouldn't eat anything that is served on board. And it's not just the food that you shouldn't touch. The trays don't get cleaned as often as they should. You might think that the water should be fine, but you are absolutely wrong. A test of tap water from various airlines found out that the bacteria level was as much as 100 times higher than the allowed limit in the US. This is why you'll see most air hostesses drinking water out of a water bottle. After learning all of this, we don't even feel like eating or drinking anything anymore. Anyway, you probably won't even have the opportunity to eat. Food service on night flights can be delayed until most people fall asleep, so they won't have to serve food. Sometimes it's better to be hungry than to be sick. The dirty secrets on the plane. It's not only the food that is disgusting, but also everything around you. And once you know this, you'll want to wear a spacesuit the next time you go on a plane. Before you touch anything, use sanitizing wipes. You never know what happened, and most of the plane isn't cleaned properly. Some people don't mind changing their baby's diaper on the tray where you eat. So when you eat the pretzel that you just dropped and might be eating poop at the same time. And don't walk barefoot on the carpet. Every disgusting thing you can imagine has been spilled on it, like vomit, baby pee, and different human fluids. In fact, don't even touch the blankets and the pillows. Sometimes the crew doesn't even remember the last time they were cleaned. Even if headphones come in wrappers, they have probably been used as well. And for those who think that love is in the air, forget about kissing in secret in the bathroom. This is the least romantic place you could ever find. If you ever wondered why most air hostesses didn't join the Mile High Club, that is because they know about all the most disgusting things that happened there. Forget about intimacy. The staff can open the door at any time. You shouldn't be scared of the plane crashing. You should actually be scared of staying on board. The things a safety demo doesn't actually tell you.